Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and I'm going to use my classic design tarot, the original tarot. If you are interested in any of the cards that I'm using, please feel free to check out the links down below. All right, so cards are popping out again. Current situation, the Magician reversed, crossed by the Hierophant. Okay, two major cards here. What do you need to focus on? Five of Swords. Let's see, your past, what are you leaving behind? The Fool. Your strengths. Eight of Swords. Near future. Queen of Pentacles, advice, the Star, environment, Four of Wands, hopes and fears, Knight of Wands, and I feel like, yeah, that feels right. Okay. Potential outcome, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Sun card. So I love it. It's working on those new opportunities and positive energy and working and feeling like you're accomplishing things. Okay, so we have the Magician came out reversed, so current situation, so you're feeling powerless. I almost feel like you're being controlled by somebody. I feel like there's somebody that's blocking your path. I feel like it could be that you've lost faith in something, that you've lost sort of that, was there someone that you really relied on, that you believed in, that you thought was someone you could trust, and you lost trust in something. I mean, that's a big thing, you know. And then when you lose trust in something, then you also, sometimes you may reflect that back on yourself and say, well, how did I not see that? How did I not realize that, right? How did I not see that coming? Why did I not see the signs? And it doesn't mean that it's your fault. It could be that, you know, that situation, maybe you wanted it, you really wanted something to work out, and that you were ignoring the red flags, or maybe that person was making things seem too good to be true, and you wanted to believe that, right? You wanted to believe in that situation. All right, so I'm feeling, let's do the Tarot Grand Lux. And that's okay. Like, that's part of life. Those are those challenges that we have. We have the Three of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of people around you. I feel like maybe somebody gave up on you. I feel like maybe there was like a group of people that you were hanging out with, and I just feel like maybe they weren't who you thought they were. I just feel like there's people around you, and that you were hurt by them. You were let down by them. Maybe you went through something that was challenging in your life, and you needed their support and they weren't there. That's definitely hurtful. I feel like you were happy about something, and then you wanted to give up on it. I feel like what you need to focus on again is who was on your side and who's not on your side, and not letting what other people have to say affect you, and that for you to take what you can from the situation and to leave behind. Sometimes we just, we have to cut our losses. Focusing on your strengths, focusing on your confidence, focusing on pulling yourself back up, lifting yourself back up, and getting yourself into this Ace of Cups, focusing on the relationships that you do have that are supportive. And I feel like it's getting your emotions back in line, right? Building yourself back up, because this is a loss of power with the Magician, right? It's a loss of power. So you say, what do you need to focus on? You need to focus on, okay, how do I turn that around, and how do I gain my power back? How do I gain my confidence back? How do I become strong? How do I become powerful again, right? How do I, just recognizing sometimes we have to cut our losses. Sometimes we just have to, take what we can from a situation and then walk away and leave that behind, not let it bother us. Easier said than done. I know, trust me. But it's saying, okay, if I hold on to this energy, I'm only hurting myself. And why do I want to hurt myself? Because this situation has already hurt me. So why do I want to kick myself when I'm down? What you're leaving behind, look at that. We have the Death card and we have the Fool card. So we have like life and death. We have beginnings, endings. We have, I feel like maybe this was a direction that you thought that you were going on, something that you were building, and it was a new beginning that you thought that you were going to do, and now it's come to an end. But I feel like that's okay, because I feel like that was not the right path for you, that was not going to give you the desires, or it wasn't going to give you the results that you wanted. And I almost feel like this is something that for some reason I feel like it's something that just started, or it hasn't gone on for a long time. So I kind of feel like it was a good thing before it went on too long, before it became bigger and it became harder for something that you needed to walk away from. So I feel like, again, trying to find the positive from the situation, right? Trying to take what you can from the situation. So saying, okay, at least I wasn't involved in this for decades, where it would have been really hard to walk away from. At least I was only involved 6 months or a year, or I wasn't in this situation for a long time to where things really built up, where it would have been harder to walk away from. And at least, again, trying to make the best and learn what you can from the situation. What are those positives, right? That I'm glad that I finally saw the light of the situation and I'm able to end that, and then I'm able to move forward. We have this Tower. Like I said in my other reading, I was like, I hadn't seen the Tower, but then my last couple of readings that I just did, like the Tower has come back out, but that's okay. And it's, how do you see the Tower? Do you see that that's something that is happening to you, or you see that is something that is happening for you because something was built on a false foundation, that something had cracks in it, that something wasn't working, that it wasn't going to give you the results that you wanted? So it's like, okay, like, let me rebuild, like, let me move on from this situation. It was draining my power. It was making me feel powerless. It was making me feel negative, that I was letting the situation affect me. All right, hearing the message. I definitely feel, so your strengths are Judgment and the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So I feel like it's you being able to turn lemonade from lemons. That, yes, like you've gone through, like you go through difficult situations, but I feel like you're very smart and you're very knowledgeable, and you're like, okay, yeah, I went through that situation, but I'm hearing the message and I'm not going to hold myself back anymore, and I'm going to move forward. I feel like you're able to move on from situations. I feel like sometimes it could take you a little longer than other times to figure it out, but I feel like once you do, you're like, yeah, I'm moving on and I'm focusing on the positive, right? I'm leaving that negative behind. I'm leaving those swords behind. I'm leaving those cups behind. I'm hearing the message. I know what I need to do, right? I feel like you're strong in figuring that out. Like, hey, that path wasn't working for me. Yes, it was upsetting and it was a loss, and I'm not going to stay in that energy. Near future, Queen of Pentacles, I feel like bigger and better things are headed your way, right? And that you're able to see things sooner rather than later. I feel like you're sticking up for yourself. And because I love this Five of Swords, where it's like the sword is coming right at you, and it's like, hey, I'm not going to deal with that anymore. I feel like this near future energy, I feel like you take this time to yourself to think about things. I feel like you give yourself that time to process what has happened. I always feel that when something big happens, that it's very important to take that time to yourself alone, right? And process what has happened, to acknowledge what has happened, to realize what has happened so that you can fully release it and move forward. I feel like, yeah, sometimes we just want to get involved in something else because we don't want to deal with a situation, but it just prolongs the whole situation. So I feel like this future energy is you having that important time to yourself to process what has happened, but coming back bigger and better and stronger than before. The advice is don't give up hope. Stay guided, stay your direction, take the time that you need to process and get yourself in a good place, and then figure out your next move and where you want to go from there. The environment is those rewards for that hard work. It's strong partnerships. It's making choices and decisions and seeing what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you, right? Seeing all sides of this situation and receiving the message and moving forward. Hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, releasing those burdens that you have. And then moving forward, I feel like it's getting yourself in a good place. But again, I feel like you have a lot of emotions that are going on. But that's okay. Acknowledge those. Don't sweep them under the rug. And then the potential outcome, we have the new opportunities, Seven of Cups, working on these new opportunities, working on these new doors that are opening up for you, right? Focusing on you, building yourself, taking that time for you, right? Taking that time for you is very important. Don't cut yourself short on that, right? Don't cut yourself short on that, so that you build up your power, you build up your strength. It's been taken away from you here with this Magician reversed, right? Going through this situation. But take that time to build yourself up, right? To get back in your Emperor power, to be powerful, focusing on what's important for you. For some, I feel that it may be travel. Do you need to take a little vacay, right? A little vacay for you. It could just be a quick one. It could be a longer vacation. For some reason, I'm thinking Paris. I don't know why I'm thinking of Paris. For some reason, that made me think of the Eiffel Tower. But it's taking that time for you. Don't cut yourself short, right? Don't cut corners when it comes to you. If you need that time to process, if you need that time for you, if you need that time to build your dreams up, to build your energy up, take that time. And anyone around you that doesn't understand that and appreciate that, then that's a clue for you. That's something you have to look at. That's something that you have to acknowledge, and maybe that's something that you need to think about. Like, okay, if that person isn't understanding that I've just gone through a lot, I've had this loss, right? I've dealt with this situation, and I need time to regain myself, that I need time to get my power straight. And that could be something that you need to look at. All right, what do I want to get? Let's do Energy Oracle for this reading for Capricorn. Energy Oracle for this reading for Capricorn. We have Angel of Love, and making sure that you love yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you look out for yourself? Do you take care of yourself? And I felt like this one too. We have the 7th chakra, and that is the crown chakra, and that is your intuition, right? Getting in touch with your intuition. But making sure that you love yourself. All right, we have Transcendence, achieving success. Achieving success. Yes, you will achieve success. And I feel like that goes with the Emperor there. I feel like the Emperor achieves success. And that is you too, putting yourself in the mindset of achieving success, and I will get past this, and I will get through this. I feel like these two here for the Spirit Animal Oracle. We have, oh, look how cute. It's the little heart there. And I feel like that goes with that angel of love. You are never alone, okay? You are never alone. And then we have Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Yes, it will. It'll give you those signs. It'll give you those directions. Sometimes it's things that we don't want to hear, or we don't want to see, or we don't want to acknowledge, or we don't want to work through. But I feel like it provides us those things, those challenges, so that we can see how strong we are and those adjustments that we need to make in our lives, so we can regain our power and achieve success, whatever success represents for you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.